I'm in Italy on the next leg of my journey around the world to prove that you can still buy abroad with a budget of just £80,000. And where better than to splash some cash than where the Italians themselves go on holiday, in the deep south, Puglia. This week, I'm helping two friends get their feet on the foreign property ladder. But with tough decisions to make, will buying a property together end a beautiful friendship?
We'd agree on the same thing, but we're not at the moment, so...
He's dead fussy, your friend, isn't he?
I'm really mixed. I'm really angry.
"30-year-old Jim Cullingford and 27-year-old Paul Nuzzo work together in Bristol as engineers. But they want to form a partnership that stretches far beyond the office by buying a shared holiday home abroad.
We're both looking for a property together because, well, we can't afford one individually.
But we quite like the idea of buying abroad in an up-and-coming market
And enjoying the sun.
Good thinking. With higher property prices in the UK, this is a neat little way to a neat little nest egg. Jim already owns a house in Bristol with his fiancée Kirsty. But this is Paul's first step onto the property ladder.
We'll be funding the property jointly with cash, £10,000 each, and hopefully getting a mortgage to cover the rest. We're hoping for a property, sort of 70,000, 80,000 maybe maximum.
They've set their sights on Puglia, one of Italy's most beautiful but undiscovered regions. But the Italian property market is notoriously volatile, with mountains of red tape, so they'll need to be prepared to avoid getting their fingers burnt.
I speak a small amount of Italian. My dad's Italian, my mum's English.
I speak absolutely no Italian at all. I'm relying on Paul and maybe Amanda. I'm hoping Amanda's fluent in Italian.
Ciao.
Yeah, whatever.
I can see why they need my help. Taking turns at the bar is very different from making such a huge investment together. I hope I hear the C word. Compromise.
If Jim falls for one house and I fall for a different house, I think because we're both logical, I think we'll probably come to some agreement. We'll probably list the positives, we'll list the negatives.
It's impossible to say who'd win. It would come down to common sense. It would come down to the facts, the bare facts.
Well, it sounds like they're singing from the same hymn sheet. I just hope they're still in tune with each other when reality hits. Puglia is in southern Italy and is a 3-hour flight from the UK. It's known as the heel of the Italian boot. Italian tourists flock from the north of the country to enjoy the coastline here, all 500 miles of it. But it isn't just the coastline that attracts visitors. This region is covered with olive groves and is the largest olive oil producer in Italy. And get this, a staggering 70% of all Italy's fruit and veg is grown here, making Puglia the table of Italy. So, as word of mouth about the area grows, the property market is going through a mini renaissance. House prices have gone up in Puglia more than anywhere else in Italy over the last year, in some areas even doubling. I think these Italian treasures are about to be discovered worldwide, so I hope Paul and Jim are like-minded enough to make quick decisions before they're priced out of the market. So you guys have been work colleagues and friends for 18 months, haven't you?
Yeah, it's about 18 months, 2 years, something like that.
So you're not like childhood buddies or anything?
I'm going to say sweethearts then. No.
Do you not think it's a little bit risky buying with a friend?
I think we become friends through talking about things like money and what we want out of life and that sort of
It's
stuff.
kind of a business partnership, and a friendship, which I think works.
Yeah, I think it works quite well.
So guys, tell me why Puglia?
Italy's just beautiful in general. Nice food, nice country.
Now let's talk about the property itself. Is character and charm an important factor, or is location more important?
I
really
think
is.
character probably...
Well, I don't know.
Well, okay.
I was thinking... Oh, here we go. I was,
Brilliant, we haven't even started yet.
I was kind of thinking, as long as it's in a good location, close to amenities. I mean, yeah, it has to be nice, it has to be attractive.
Yeah, it's a trade-off.
As long as it's a trade-off and not a standoff, I'll be happy. So we're beginning our search on the west coast of Puglia, in Santa Caterina. Italian holidaymakers pack out this town for the entire summer, many having second homes here. But this popularity makes it one of the most expensive areas in Puglia. A 2-bed house on the seafront costs a whopping £275,000. So to get a decent space within budget, we're heading 1.5 miles away from the beach. And as this is the first place they've ever seen together, it's a big test of how much they'll agree. This 100-year-old house is in a terrace of 3 cottages and looks fairly small on the outside. But inside, it's surprisingly spacious, with 2 bedrooms and an open-plan living room and kitchen. But the most surprising thing is the price. At just £53,000, it's 27 grand under budget. I just hope its current tired state doesn't put them off. So a little bit away from the sea, but it's only a mile and a half, and there is a real community up here. And stop right here. That's the one you're looking at.
Oh, wow.
It hasn't got any windows, and it's quite narrow.
Yeah?
I'll tell you the price of it now.
OK.
53 grand.
No.
Wow.
Yes. That's changed your mind, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like it, I don't like it. It's
It's
53
beautiful.
grand.
The checkbook out.
OK, come right on in. This, the Italians don't do big windows because it can get so hot here. If you imagined this with like a nice, you know, wooden unit along there,
Yeah.
and shelves,
Yeah.
and you know,
Because it's quite nice having the kitchen with the sort of
Yeah.
living room.
this
Oh, wow,
is
this
a
is the-
fantastic
this is
size
massive,
bedroom.
Isn't it?
This is all right. Big window
Yeah.
as well, like that. Oh, this is nice.
If you do this, you can see the sea.
I like something a bit of...
I mean, do you like it?
I do, when you said the price tag.
You're so shallow.
I am.
I'm thinking you're not feeling it, though. That's the thing.
I'm not
isn't it?
feeling it because the look of the place from the outside.
Yeah, but that's just that side. I mean, this side is quite nice.
I'm really impressed and relieved that they seem to be thinking along the same lines. I just hope it lasts.
I'm not in love with the place.
No.
Not by a long shot, but sensible head on.
I'm not feeling it with my heart, but I definitely see it with my head.
So what's the final verdict?
It's not love, but I don't know. It's got potential. It's pretty ugly on the outside. It's not that close to the beach.
It's one of the
Walking,
compromises.
You know, half an hour walk, maybe. It's not too bad.
So you're not discounting it then?
Oh,
Oh,
no,
no.
no.
So it's not out of the running, but ideally they're after more character and they'd both clearly love to be closer to the sea. I've got something in mind that fits the bill, but there are other sacrifices. We're staying on the Ionic coast, but driving 10 miles south to one of the largest towns in southern Puglia, Gallipoli. The old town of Gallipoli was built on an island just off the mainland in the 17th century for the elite of Puglia. It's connected by a short bridge, crossed by 250,000 tourists who visit the old town every year. Everything is on your doorstep here, bars, restaurants and the beach, so it's a highly sought-after place to buy. The next property I'm showing them is in the heart of the old town and dates back to the early 1900s. Again, it's not much to look at from the outside, but through the small courtyard is a real gem of a ground floor apartment. Renovated a year ago, there's loads of character and original features here. At £69,000, 11 grand under budget, I think it's great value. However, there's just 1 bedroom here, so with space versus seaside location, it's another test for the boys. Let your eyes adjust. Here's your character.
Oh my god.
Oh, whoa.
That is incredible. What a massive room as well.
There's no windows in this room. And I have to be honest, when I first looked at this apartment, I thought, oh no, I don't like it, it's too claustrophobic. But the more time I spend in here, the more I think, actually, I love it. This would be where you kind of did everything. In the kitchen, you literally can't swing a cat in. But again, that's very much the Italian way. What they would do is they'd prepare all the food on this table, and they would literally just use the kitchen for cooking, again,
Yeah.
to keep cool. And it is scorchio out there today. So
And
much
it's all
cooler.
right. Yeah.
Come and have a look in the bedroom. I love this room.
Oh wow. Again, it's
That
such a
is-
good size.
It's more expensive because of where it is. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
everyone wants a property in the old town.
Absolutely.
It's 69,000.
Wow.
Furniture's all included as well.
That's my next
That's
question. It's
good.
gorgeous. It's cool.
Yeah, come look at the kitchen. Single file, please, boys. Here's your kitchen.
Okay.
Single file. There's your cooker,
Wow.
and here's your bathroom.
Your bathroom's actually a half decent size compared to the
But it's
kitchen as
actually
well.
a really nice bathroom.
It is.
Apart from this incredibly stylish Italian shower.
Oh, I love this room. I can't believe how big it is. I kind of think you need more furniture in here.
It is absolutely amazing.
Absolutely no work required on this one.
None at all. Just that kitchen. But if it's a holiday home, you don't cook all the time.
So what did you think?
Amazing.
That's amazing.
That's
Yeah,
really cool.
Such character.
It blows the other one out of the water.
The boys seem pretty convinced by this place, not least for its seaside location, so they're going off to explore more of Gallipoli. But I'm not putting my feet up just yet. I'm off to meet a British developer I've been trying to track down for ages, and I think my persistence has paid off. I have just seen an absolute corker of a property. I'm really excited. It's got all the charm and character that the apartment in Gallipoli had, that the boys loved, but it's got not one but two roof terraces, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I think they're going to love it. But I've a feeling this is where my luck's going to end. Basically, I've seen this happen before in Italy.
Oh, that's so great.
I'm really miffed. I'm really angry. This is ridiculous. This is a complete roller coaster, and I'm gutted. I'm absolutely gutted.
Workmates Jim Cullingford and Paul Nuzzo are on the hunt for a shared holiday home in southern Italy. They've seen a large cottage which didn't quite hit the mark,
I'm not feeling it in my heart.
I'm not in love with the place.
and an apartment in Gallipoli in a seaside location which they loved. Here's your character.
Oh my God, that is incredible.
While so far they seem to be in agreement, will it last? I've just found an amazing apartment that's further away from the beach. This may set the cat among the pigeons. We're travelling inland to Galatina. The town is 10 miles from either coast, so further to drive for a day out by the sea. The Italians deserted the old town here over the last few decades, as the younger generation thought the houses were too old-fashioned. But people are seeing the potential in these run-down Baroque buildings, prices doubling in the last year. The apartment we're looking at here is the last-minute entry I found with the British developer. And with developers moving in, this could be a great investment as well as a great holiday home. This 16th century ornate building was once a public library. Having been abandoned for 50 years, it's now being renovated into apartments. And it's a place on the first floor that I'm showing Paul and Jim.
Is that it?
That's the piece. You're buying a proper piece of Italian history here.
That looks good.
Imagine what that archway's seen in its lifetime. The apartment is split over 2 levels and is a classy renovation with a traditional kitchen and 2 roof terraces. There's no separate living room here, but one of the 2 bedrooms could easily be made into one. It's on the market for £78,000. This is a private sale, but my contact is the developer who renovated the apartment.
Oh, that's really beautiful.
Come and have a look at this.
Window.
Come and be Sophia Loren.
Oh, that's lovely. It's really nice.
This is going to be a tough one.
I love the split level.
Blimey.
Oh my gosh, look at the roof terrace.
Right,
It's-
let's tell you the price then.
Yeah.
78,000, so this is right at the top end of the
Well, it is, but it's.
I said it's a million,
it's
Jim.
still-
78
it's
grand.
still- I was really hoping it was going to be too expensive for us to think about.
Okay.
I'm really stuck. I really want to be by the sea. The sea is absolutely gorgeous.
But this
around
place
here.
is so much more than the other place.
It is. This is on top of the world. This is just incredible.
The people that own this, they're in a chain, so they're not
Right.
in any hurry to sell this.
Right.
You're not going to get any money knocked off this. So, yeah, that's what you've got to weigh up. It's the most expensive one that you've seen. It's the furthest away from the coast. But
Sure.
it's gorgeous.
It is. It just, it is.
The second property's only got 1 bedroom.
It has, but
This
it's got...
essentially has got 2. And this kitchen is 10 times bigger than the other kitchen.
I'd love to be by the sea. We were 20 paces from the sea when we were in Gallipoli. You know where this is?
So for Paul, the apartment's worth the car journey to the sea, but Jim's digging his heels in. This could be the first rumblings of a disagreement.
Do you know, I can't believe they're not biting my hand off for this property. It is absolutely gorgeous and I think a real bargain. The only sticking point seems to be Jim and the fact that he wants to roll out of bed and put his feet in the ocean.
I'd love to be by the sea. I want what's right for me.
I don't care what you think.
Yeah, I know you don't. That's what worries me. I don't know whether you'd use it. It's greenery.
You'd get up in the morning, you'd say
Yeah.
ciao,
Ciao, Bella.
in a bad accent.
You have a terrible accent.
If this is going to be your second home, you need to explore it a bit more. So
Yeah.
feel free to wander around.
Sure.
If you want, I can phone agents and let them
I
know
think-
that you're
Please
interested.
do. Yeah, I think
do that thing.
You can do 2.
Do whatever you want. I'm mad to land. But in all seriousness, I can register interest on the apartment in Gallipoli and this one for you.
Not the first one, is not fine.
My contacts agree to let me know if any other offers go in. It's important to keep in constant touch with your agents when looking abroad, as the markets can quickly change. Meanwhile, there's no change in the boys' confusion. Having looked around Galatina, they're no closer to making up their minds.
How are you feeling?
Pretty mixed up at the moment.
Confused,
actually.
I think. Yeah. You know, for a couple, I think one of us would have to put our foot down. You know, normally the woman in the relationship.
I was going to say it would have been the wheel.
But it's not the case. We thought we'd agree on the same thing, but we're not.
So, having not agreed on a clear favourite, I'm going to show them a property that may trump both apartments. So I'm taking them back to the coast to Torre San Gennaro to see how much Jim wants to be beside the seaside. This holiday town was built along the seafront in the 1950s. It's buzzing during the summer months, although the population does shrink out of season. It may lack the charm of Galatina, but Jim could just roll into the ocean from here. Sounds ideal, but
It just hasn't got the character that we've seen so far.
He's dead fussy, your friend, isn't he?
I'm a real pain in the backside, I realise that.
hopefully the house will change his mind. This modern villa may not have the character they wanted, but it does have a pool. The only house I've seen with one since I've been in Puglia. I don't think Jim could get any closer to water than here. And the inside doesn't let this property down either. It's good value for 78 grand and it's big, with 2 double bedrooms and a large open plan living area. But with good weather and that pool, it's what's on the outside that counts here.
Oh, my life, it's got a pool. Oh, you're kidding.
It certainly doesn't have the character, but
Yeah.
you don't come into here and go, oh my God, it's beautiful.
Don't. But you do
But
walk
you
in
do
and
go, oh my God, there's a pool.
Yeah.
So the pool impressed, but it doesn't seem to be making up for the lack of character.
Space is
It's
really
big
good.
space.
Yeah.
If you'd have seen this originally before the other character properties, we'd have probably been into. Look at the size of that.
Big bedroom.
Our town's going to be dead in anything other than June, July, August.
You see, generally, we do agree on stuff.
I think we're fairly decided, aren't we?
Massive property.
We can talk about it as much as you want. We don't want this one.
Well, that went down like a lead balloon, didn't it? They obviously don't like it. It's the character they want. So we're back to square one with the 2 apartments with charm.
They both clearly love the developer's apartment in Galatina, but Jim needs to decide whether he agrees with Paul that style and space win over seaside location.
Galatina, the property's amazing.
really
You've got
is.
roof terrace. The kitchen is amazing. It's been designed by a professional.
It's bigger, it's area, it's lighter, it's just sensational.
So Paul's talked Jim around and they're back on the same page, but the deal's not done yet. They've asked to see it a second time, which I always think is an absolute must.
Yeah, I've actually got the picture in my head of sitting here with an espresso in the morning, with a book or the papers, and just looking out there.
Obviously, we haven't managed to move the sea any closer to here,
No, but this property just steals it for me, and it is just smack bang in the middle of the 2 coasts.
So Jim's convinced and Paul's mentally moving in. It's time to talk offers. Considering the owners are in no hurry to sell, I don't think they'll get much off the 78 grand asking price.
You're going to chance it a little bit,
Go
I
on then,
think.
boys.
We think about 75.
Yeah.
OK, let me give them a ring. Hello, hi, it's Amanda. How you doing? Listen, we'd like to put in an offer, please, on the apartment in Galatina. £75,000. That's perfect. Thank you very much. Speak to you later. Bye. Let's go and pace.
OK.
Pacing's good.
Because this is a private sale, it's the developer acting as go-between, and it's not long before he calls back
Hi, Nigel.
with some unexpected news.
Right. When did they decide that? All right, can you... Yeah, give me a couple of minutes and I'll have a chat with them and then I'll call you back if that's OK. I've seen this happen before in Italy.
Oh, that sounds great.
They've taken it off the market. Yours is the first serious offer that they've had. They haven't got anywhere else to go.
Right.
They've turned around and said no.
I'm really miffed.
hate
I'm
them with a
so, I'm really angry. I'm so annoyed.
All is not lost. This is obviously a private sale. My go-between is the developer of this property.
Okay, right.
He obviously feels really bad. He's offered to sell you the one next door
Okay. That's interesting.
Right.
that hasn't been renovated yet.
This is a complete roller coaster. This is.
I thought I was going to go down the beach for the rest of the day. I mean, you've got the option of next door, which might actually suit you guys
Suit
better,
better.
or there's still Gallipoli.
Which is. I mean, we
Which is
agree
fine,
that if this
yeah.
one didn't happen for any reason whatsoever, then we'd be happy with Gallipoli. Well, now it's happened and we've finally decided. I'm gutted. I'm absolutely gutted.
I feel absolutely awful. However, all may not be lost. They might look at the other one and absolutely fall in love with it. I hope that they don't leave Italy empty-handed.
This apartment is a great option for them. At 78 grand, it's the same price as next door and just as flexible. The boys could have 2 bedrooms and small reception, or 1 bedroom and more living space. Crucially, the asking price includes the developer renovating the entire property, restoring the many original features to their former glory. And this apartment could be tailored specifically to Paul and Jim's taste. So it'd be renovation without the aggravation.
This is all yours. All of this is yours. You've still got things like that, like the lovely features.
Cubby holes.
Yep.
Fantastic ceiling still.
Come and have a little look through here.
It's a lot darker, but I guess that's because it's not been painted white.
Well, at least Jim's starting to get some vision here.
Still got the views of the 2 churches and the cathedrals.
As my old granny used to say, if life hands you lemons, make lemonade.
Yeah.
And that's the way to look at it.
I've called in Nigel, the developer, to help them get their heads around what they'd be buying here.
We can get it the same style as
Exactly the
as
same
the one
style
next door.
or you can choose your own style.
Oh, what's this in the corner here?
This would have been the old wood-burning oven.
Is this something we could keep, for
Yeah,
example?
we could
Really
tile
cool?
this in the original tiles.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be great.
They're definitely warming to the place.
Why was that put there? It's just a feature of the roof
It's
terrace
just
that's the floor.
I mean, I thought you could put a cushion on top of it and have it as like
It'd
a
be
day.
great.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
be absolutely
it's really
fantastic.
decadent, isn't it?
So, for the second time in a day, they're faced with yet another tough decision.
What a nightmare. What a complete nightmare.
Can't believe we have to decide again.
It's now between the Gallipoli apartment with the barrelled ceiling and the seaside location and this late contender, the renovation project with the British developer.
Are you okay?
Exhausted.
What you going to do?
I think we're going to take the one with the developer.
Not Gallipoli.
No.
Do you want me to go in and make the offer now?
Yes.
Surely nothing can go wrong this time.
The boys would like to offer the full asking price. Perfect. Thank you very much, my love. We'll be in touch, okay? Bye-bye. You got it.
Sounded like good news, yeah. Superb. That's brilliant. Oh, that's wicked.
So have to come out and have a
Cheers,
holiday
mate.
there, though.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers, bud. Hey. Oh, I'm so pleased where it's worked out. That's
good.
just...
Pull it out of the bag.
We couldn't have wanted that. Yeah. Couldn't have asked
You
for
can
more,
breathe
really.
and relax now.
2 months later, Jim and Paul have appointed a property lawyer and are progressing with the paperwork. Next time, I've got £80,000 to find a pied-à-terre in Champagne for a young, cosmopolitan couple. But will the French countryside really suit their lifestyle?
The fact that there's a dung storage over there doesn't really do it for me.
They say they want to get away from it all, but I don't think they do.
Tonight's A Place in the Sun and a pick of last week's programmes are now available to watch online, absolutely free. Go to channel4.com/4OD for more information. Next, what best befits the events calendar of a chateau of distinction? Pork night. David's idea next.